Alright, so summer is not the greatest summer or weather to be in right now. Some place you want to be under covers and kind of chill for me. And for me, I'm pretty chill. You can kind of tell I'm like my hair up, or I can like wrap it in my head. Anyway, sorry. You guys asked me about who I am and about YouTube and how I got to YouTube. YouTube was a place where I could share my ideas, my thoughts, my creativity with you guys out of the world. You guys have been watching my old videos about my tutorials, about this, about that. And when I started, YouTube was a place where I could be personal and I could share. Because in my life, I don't want to have this I don't want to be in a bubble and keeping everything personal. So if I'm a glass jar and I keep myself in this glass jar, it's actually right on the glass, not. But that's the whole slide for me. And again, what I've done when I'm younger until now. I don't draw, so this is half my life. So when I was younger, I was a rock. I would not a rock per se. I would be a really good singer, really quiet, very I never liked it. It was very quiet, very low. And when I got to grade, I'm still that grade 4, grade 3, grade 2. I don't remember my life. Lots of them, but I did everything. And then I met a good friend. My good friend's on. He is still listening today, and he was a grade 1 with me. And I feel pushing him to do good. And then somebody I know called him, and he failed grade 1 because he was so lazy to do something, move around, so he could do something. And I kept pushing. I was being a good friend. I didn't do this when I was but it's just I kept pushing him, he was so lazy, so he failed it. Is it impossible to do? Yeah, and then he did. And then from there, basically, from grade 4 to 7. Oh, from grade 3, I got kicked by grade 7. So the girls were a little bit from Boston. And then my best friend was Janelle and Katie. And I'm talking about years now because we're all grown up, but I've had best friends. And then when I was hitting high school, of course I had my brother around, so he was helping me with classes, not helping me out, but showing me what my classes were. I went to McDonald's for 1 year where I went to high school for the 1 year. I went to McNair for the culinary, not the culinary, but the commercial kitchen because of the beer kitchen. Then Roberts was only a place where it was only home cooking, where there's home cooking like baking, cooking, all the basic stuff like that, right? Not much. And so I went into McNair for 1 year, 2000 to 2006 of my year at McRoberts. From there, I went to McNair to get into the commercial kitchen, so I know what I'm doing, how to work the kitchen, whatnot. So that's what I did for 1 year. After that, I went in, with my McNair McRoberts year, from grade 8, I was very quiet. And I hung out with my brother and his friends a lot because I didn't know anybody. I didn't want to even know anybody from my grade. And I'm like, okay. So, I was with my brother for until he graduated, so he left. Grade 9, I basically was on my own and kind of had to make friends and kind of had to suffer through friendships. I had to deal with it. I made one good friend in grade 9. This girl was studying in grade 8. And so her name was Jennifer. And she's still one of my best friends. And I haven't talked to her in a while, of course, because she's working and whatnot. But, I've kept in touch with her and whatnot. And, yeah. And then when I got into grade 10, grade 10, and my sister was in grade 8, so I had to take care of her and teach her, show her classes were and whatnot. I kind of had to do the exchange, right? And my brother's not there. So, I mean, that grade 10, my sister was there in grade 8, and she had to meet new friends and whatnot, and I had to help her with her classes, make sure she's okay, kind of like a sister has to do. So I hung out with my friends, like making sure she was okay and whatnot. And I kind of glued to her a little bit because she's my sister, and I gotta make sure she's okay, right? Because a lot of people were like bullying her. I'm like, dude, back off, I had to be like a brave sister as I was in that back then. And because when my sister got bullied sometimes, I'd be like, and I had a few white, or big white tough guy to like protect her and whatnot. So I had that back then. And of course she won't remember all this jazz because, she's too busy studying, of course, and successing in her grades. And so, yeah. And then when I hit for me to grade 11, I basically went into, of course, you guys know McRoberts Human Services. It's a program where it's like you have to go out there in the world and like volunteer for your hours or graduation hours. Right? For me, it's more fun because I've already had my hours since I was really young. But it was basically one thing I did, and so that's what I did. I went into the preschool I went into when I was younger, the one beside McRoberts. I don't know what it's called now. There's a name. That's just in my preschool there. I went to volunteering there for a bit, and then and then after that, I met my friend Amanda and got to know her from there, because and then after, I got to know her from there. Then grade 12 came along. I had to ditch everybody. Like, not really ditch, but, like, kind of went to my own thing. Like, I graduated, I was so happy, I got out of there, and I'm like, yes. Well, some class I wanted to retake, but, I had some other stuff to do. And anyways, after that, basically, I thought, where can I go with life? Right? In that time, I went into Bible college just to kind of, like, refresh up my Christianity kind of deal. My mom pushed me into that. So I'm like, oh, why not? They're paying for it. I'm like, I'm not paying for it, why not, right? So I did. I suffered for a year with 5 horrors in my room. All basically my room, not only my room, but the whole Bible college had maybe a few, like one like Indian guy, and the rest is like all white people. Like, basically, no. I had 5 white whores in my room, excluding me. 5, 6 of us. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 5. Including my LTS. LTS means the second year student came back to like help us. But they're all 5 whores there. And I was the only Asian kid there. I'm like, oh shit. And then, of course, they're like guys, split, of course, but hot guys, of course, I know. But of course, after that, it was basically, I was keeping my crushes to myself, and then my LTS was like, what do you like now? I'm like, I have a boyfriend and all, and I kept in touch with him for a while. Yeah. He hates my guts now, so, yeah. Recently, like, not recently, but, like, when I was dating this guy, he was, like, model and whatnot. He was, I kept in touch with him and whatnot. And then after that, I went downhill. But anyways, with my life, basically, I don't know. From there, when I got to know, I made a new friend 2003 when I was in when I was in high school. I made a new friend. He was a model and whatnot, and I knew him through this girl, and I knew him, and I got connected to her brother, so it was pretty cool. We were kind of like the same age. He was a bit older, but of course, And then from there, I went from Bible college into culinary college, where it's a place where I could learn how to cook professionally and in the Western style. Because I had mostly Chinese cooking from my mom's side, so she taught me stuff here and there and whatnot. And she only uses her what's it called, a vegetable knife, or her cleaver, her Chinese cleaver. Is the only thing she used at the time. Sorry, try not to laugh, but that's how she was. And then from there, for me, it was basically like, from culinary college, I got to know a lot of people. Of course, when you're in the culinary world, you have to know a lot of people, make new friends and whatnot. So for me, culinary college, I had my fun and learning, training, and whatnot. And I got to meet new friends between the way because people are different like blocks, like 12. There are like 12 blocks of every month. So you gotta go through one course and then go to the next course, like 12. It's like a year program. For me, you know, I went into different courses and of the blocks and stuff like that, and then I met a few friends that knew what they were doing. They're like professionals and whatnot, and so, yeah. And then I knew some guys were like way older than I was, like 30, even maybe some 40. So hot still to this day. Sorry, not saying anything. Anyways, yeah. And then some guys, of course, are slowly marrying off too. Anyway, so yeah, I got to know a lot of, like, I knew a lot of Peters, a guy named Bryce, Colin, who else? A lot of Peters, actually, in that culinary college. I knew Peter, a lot of Peters, yeah, Bryce, Colin, all of my, people and whatnot. I still kind of keep up with them somewhat, like, on Facebook and whatnot. I still, like, say happy birthday or text them, happy birthday, whatnot. But for me now, it's like, they're in their own world of cooking, of course, and, in church, and some people, like, and Ivan and other people. And anyway, so, basically, after culinary college, I went into job hunting. Like, well, no, when I was 16, right when I got out of high school, I tried to go look for a job in White Spot. The one on Ackroyd. Or was it Ackroyd? I think, yeah. The one by Cactus. And I tried there. When I was 16, I tried there. They're like, oh, you need more experience. I'm like, oh, okay then. So I had to go from there. I'm like, okay. Well, I went to other places that I tried when I was 16, and I had nothing. For the hell of it, right? Went for fun. They're like, we need you in the grave, like, the White Spot that I try to work for, it's like, we need you for the graveyard shift. I'm like, yeah, I need to go to school the next morning. I'm like, yeah. Or, like, go back to school the next morning. I'm like, I gotta wake up. If I work graveyard shift, that means I have to rush. I have to wake up at, like, 2, or not even 3 or 4 in the morning, catch the bus at 5 something, and I go to school at 7, That was culinary school, basically. You had to wake up at 5. I'd wake up at 5, catch the bus at 5:15, get there to school at, like, 7. Took about at least an hour and 15 minutes or so to get changed and whatnot, too. I was late a few times, but I'm like, my grades were pretty well, I think. B's and C's. I had to retake some courses. I was freaking out when I was in culinary school. It's like, and also at that time, I had a bad habit with this, but I was dating this guy well before I went to culinary college, and he was here around Vancouver. And after, when I was about my birthday, and he ditched. He went to Toronto. Anyways, yeah. He's still working now. I haven't talked to him in years. But anyways, then after that, I was dating 2 guys at once. One was like, oh, I want to marry you. I was like, what? And then he sent me a picture of the ring that he bought. And I was like, wow. I know. It's a future thing. I want to go meet up with him in the future. And see what he's up to. That's one of my future goals. One of my hottest boyfriend ever. Named John, of course. Miss him so much. I know. I try not to think about him, but he's only the guy I think about right now because, him and I have been kind of in the loop, kind of with that stuff. But anyways, while that, I dated a guy, while dating John, I was dating a guy named Jeff Dirksen. He works in Cactus, I think, still on Broad Street. I dated him for a while, and then after that, we went to Longsail Key, hung out on a date, and then Friday the 13th came along. The worst date ever, and we broke up on that day. And then, peace out. That's what he said to me, I think. We had our fun. Thank God I didn't even kiss him on his lips, thank God. But, yeah. And then after that, what is it? Oh, man. My dating career went skyrocketed after that. I was like, oh my god. I went from being a joke to somebody to actually being, like, not being taken seriously, actually. Depending on what things are, you know. But recently, you know, my life is just so up and down right now. But anyways, right now, it's like, after culinary college, I went into job hunting. Well, where, you know, you gotta look for a job, get paid and whatnot. So I went into Choices, not Choices, I went to the paper route for the review. And I went that for about a week. I thought, I'm like, I can't get much money out of there because it's only like maybe 70 cents per paper. Every paper I hand out 70 cents. So I'm like, I'm not gonna last that long. $1.40, you know, $1.21, you know, $100 only like a few dollars there, you know. I'm like, I didn't get that much money from that. And then what else? Yeah, I didn't get much money from that. And then after that, I went into Choices. Choices was a good place, because they gave me 3 months probation. I got paid for that 3, maybe 4 months extra, 1 month extra to get paid off and whatnot. So that's what they did. And after that, I went into, I don't remember, Big River or something like that. No, not Big River. I went into some other company. I worked there for maybe a week or so. And then, I don't know what's going on. And then, a lot of companies I tried for maybe one day. They gave me a chance to try for one day. And not worth to put it on on my resume, because it's not worth it, right? If it worked for a day or worked for a month or so, yeah, but, you know. And then, recently, I was working in this Malaysian restaurant on East Broadway, or West Broadway, called Mama Lee Malaysian Delight, that place. And then I worked for there for about a month. They paid me off. And actually, they cheated the government, because I was supposed to get paid for 4 days a week, 4 hours a week. They never did. So just give you guys a heads up, don't work at Mama Lee's, because you're gonna get cheated for the money that you're gonna earn. Because they pay for 3 hours, you only get 3 hours, not for 3. So just be careful when you work down there. I'm now recently working at a company, as a catering company called Fast. It's a pretty good company. I'm just waiting for my new schedule coming out this week, or this coming week. Life sucks. Anyways, looking for a second job, because this catering company only works for Friday, Saturdays. So I'm kind of like, yeah, you know. Anyways, so now I'm kind of like bored at home, nothing to do, too hot to go anywhere, and having fans around my face. It's so hot. Anyways, yeah. And then after now, it's just, life now for me is kind of like, I don't know. And I know you guys asked me about YouTube and how I became into the YouTube channel, into the YouTube life. With YouTube for me is basically, is when I was about 16, I think. 16 or 17, I don't remember. Yeah, I think 16 or 17 maybe. I don't remember exactly when, but it was maybe, no, it was summer, about July, I think. It's July 2007, I think, or 2010. It's 2010, actually. And it was a summer where I could never forget that. When I first started my videos, I was sitting at that desktop over there, and I was trying my webcam, testing this and that out, and playing around, of course, and then it got into an actual thing. So I did 2 videos, and I thought, I just dropped it for a while, because I had no views, no nothing, and whatnot. So when I was 16, I did the worst things ever, posted nude stuff, naked, basically no clothes on, everything kind of jazz. This is where I became famous and whatnot. I don't want to go to that, because I want to kill somebody if I do. How to explain that story? Yeah. So anyways, hopefully you guys, have the chance to make your YouTube videos. I make YouTube videos because I like to share ideas with you guys about things of who I am and who I love to be as a person, I don't want to be like a jerk. Be like, I started YouTube because I was watching, what was it, Chang Man's video of I forgot the first video it's second or third video he made when he's younger. Just kind of like when I started from there. And then from after that, I watched some of my friends' videos that were like doing tutorials, like their hair, doing their hair to ombre, the color of like the white or the red or the green, kind of using the Kool-Aid or whatever the color was, kind of stuff like that. I hit into Michelle Phan's video about she was doing an interview with, not an interview, she was doing a makeup tutorial for Lady Gaga. That's the first video actually I watched. Michelle Phan's Lady Gaga's like the face, the eyeballs, and oh my god, that gave me nightmares actually. The big eyeballs. Anyway, so that was actually the first video of Michelle Phan. Like the first video I watched was her Lady Gaga makeup tutorial, which is like creepy thing, like with the 3 dots and like gave me nightmares. So this is this day actually. That video. I'm not saying her video sucked, but like there's that video of Lady Gaga that like 3 dots and like make her big googly eyes. Yeah, nasty. Anyways, so yeah, and then from there, that's it basically. That's my life, and hopefully you guys enjoy watching and give me a comment or talking to, and talk to you guys later.